Morning. Hey, Mason, my man, here you go. I am spreading the love, bringing croissants to the office in honor of his royal highness, bon voyaging off to France.
Okay, Mr. Adams, Mr. Adams, please.
Seriously?
Miss Speedon, have you spoken to your brother this morning? I understand the opening of the club didn't go too well.
If Mom told you about it last night, I think you've had plenty of time to call Nick about it yourself.
I don't think he would appreciate that too much.
Oh, I see. Why? Because he'd think you were gloating? We all know very well how you feel about his career path that he's chosen. You did not congratulate him. You did not show up at his club opening. You know, it was a disaster last night, but Nick will be fine. He's got a very good support group, whether you call him or not. You know, Nick's happy, Dad. I haven't seen him smile this much in years. And we should be ready to smile a lot more, too, because we are getting Newman back.
You seem very confident.
Well, I just think that we should let Nick enjoy his life. I want Newman back enough for both of us, and I want it back for Abby as well.
And you don't think you need some assistance?
Well, that's why I have Billy by my side. And with Adam gone and Jack out of commission, it's not going to be very long.
Billy's not an asset. And as far as Adam is concerned,
We don't have to worry about Adam all the way from Paris, do we?
he's not going to slink away that easily. You kidding? As a matter of fact, I'm convinced he isn't. As long as his wife is in town, so will Adam be.
So France didn't want you either, huh?
Chelsea and I have had to delay our plans for the sake of Newman Enterprises and the current power transfer.
Mr. Abbott, I'm sorry I didn't update you on the situation sooner.
Oh, he's not a situation. This man is a menace. Thanks, Mason. Would you like a croissant? They're good. I'm telling you, they're good. Go to France and get them there. They're better there. Now, look, I told you, your services are no longer needed here. So fly away, little birdie. Go on, fly away. Go to France. Unless you plan on keeping your talents in Newman and Genoa City for good.
So, did you and Adam change your plans? What happened to Paris?
It's still in France, waiting for us. Adam just had to take care of a few things at Newman before we left.
Things that are more important than your stay overseas?
Well, whatever it is, I'm sure it will be dealt with quickly.
Was Adam finding another reason to stay indefinitely?
I have no intention of staying in Genoa City a day longer than is necessary.
Fantastic. Mason, you can go back to your desk. I'll let you know if we need to call the fumigators, okay? What are you looking at, Mason?
This resistance to my offer of help during the time of transition, it smacks of insecurity, jealousy, and a hint of paranoia.
And your resistance to backing off, hints of jackassery. Your ego told you that Newman couldn't survive without you. Turns out your ego, big fat liar.
Your older brother, your older, wiser brother, Jack, he asked that we work together, and I promised him I would support him and the company, and I'm doing that now.
It's fascinating to me how much time you spend thinking about Adam without actually liking him. My husband and I are about to start a great new life together, and it doesn't include you or your family or your company, so feel free to pop the champagne and throw the confetti as soon as possible.
If Adam wanted to be on that plane, he would have been on it last night.
You still don't know him at all, do you? Adam made a promise that he wouldn't leave Jack or Newman hanging. So he won't. He just needs to make sure that the right people are put in the right positions, and then we can start our new life together. And then you can continue to badger the leadership the way that you badgered him. You can go after Billy or Sharon, whoever you like.
What do you mean, Sharon?
You know, my older, wiser brother, he put me in charge because you no longer bring anything to the table.
You see, the thing is, Billy, I determine when my job here is done.
Oh, you don't get it, do you? Okay, let me help you out. You no longer make decisions here. I do. I decide which direction this company is going to move. I decide who's hired. I decide who's fired.
Adam.
Just staying for another week or two to ease the transfer of power and egos.
That's code for Adam, the obsessive compulsive can't let go.
Well, I'll just leave you back to your meeting.
No, Sharon, actually stay. I didn't terminate your recent hire despite her obvious issues, but it is probationary. Like I said, if you prove yourself, we're all good here.
Oh, I see. So Sharon, who is more than qualified for her position here, unlike you, Billy, she has to jump through hoops just to keep her job. Is that it?
You can call it hoops. You can call it a test. You can call it doing her job. Whatever floats your boat. Sharon, here I have a few projects that Adam and I disagree on. I'd like you to look through them and determine whether you would decide if we should move forward on any of them. No pressure. Take all the time you need.
Don't do this, Billy. She needs this job more than you know.
Well then, Adam, I hope she gives the right answers.
And by right answers, you mean she has to agree with you. And she'll keep her job then, right?
More or less, yeah. Or you get on a plane today. You leave, she stays employed. I don't get it. You're probably gonna leave anyway. If this is so important to you. What choice is there? Now come on, what are you gonna do? You gonna leave? Is she gonna stay?
Okay.
Okay. You don't need more time?
I reviewed the front burner projects when I signed on to Newman. I'm already familiar with these.
You sure, all of them?
I owe it to Newman to be prepared. I don't intend on letting anyone down.
How very responsible of you, Sharon. So, what are your opinions?
I agree we should move ahead with the Cavington project.
Well, that's a wise decision.
Yeah. And it's shocking that you would agree with Adam. It truly is shocking.
But the Delora and Tristine ideas we should hold back on.
Because?
The whole team isn't behind it yet. There's a chance that it could be too close to an existing project. We would just be competing with ourselves, and that's a waste of money.
Exactly.
Well, that's a very valid point. I will take that under advisement, Sharon.
Mm-hmm. As you board your plane.
There are a dozen reasons why I shouldn't have this job. We all know that. But I'm here. And I want this. And I'm gonna do a damn good job. For the sake of Newman Enterprises, and no matter who's in charge. Isn't that why we're all here?
Sharon turned Newman into a multinational punchline, and Adam hired her back.
Perhaps he wants her to continue her destructive path.
Because everything is always about Newman. This is why I can't wait to get out of here. Adam just wanted to make sure Sharon was employed, just so she could have a sliver of normal life. That's all. Nothing to do with you, nothing to do with destroying your precious Newman.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really not seeing his big heart in all of this.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to the gym. Have fun dwelling on things that I couldn't care less about.
Billy didn't say anything to you, my friend?
Obviously, he didn't know. Obviously, or he would be as furious as we are right now.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I know he's not keeping secrets, so please stop, Dad.
Once I get a report on the Tristine situation, I can give you a more definitive response.
Very well done, Sharon. Wouldn't you agree, Billy?
You pulled it out. I'm impressed, Sharon. Good job.
So, Billy boy, does your wife know how impressed you are by Sharon?
Oh, hey. Hey, listen, Chelsea. I'm really sorry about before.
About what? Insulting my husband's motives? Or just the way your whole family speaks down to me in general?
All of it, honestly. I was just surprised that Adam was staying.
He's not staying forever. The day that he leaves, it'll be a good day for all of us.
Until the two of you leave, it's gonna be pretty messy. Billy's in, Jack's out, my father doing what my father does. There's gonna be board meetings and deals, and Adam's gonna be in the middle of all of that. It's not just gonna be messy, it's gonna get ugly. And sounds like you wanna go, right? So tell Adam that. Just show him. Convince him that you need to leave sooner rather than later.
So the woman who brought Newman Enterprises to its knees. That doesn't go well for the new regime.
That's right. The new regime. So, not your problem anymore, Dad.
I'll get back to you both on those projects.
And leave a trail of destruction in your path? So, Billy, there a reason why you didn't want Victoria to know about Sharon? Does it bring back ghosts of times past?
Don't you have a heavy bag to cuddle or something?
Mr. Abbott, marketing's waiting for you.
Marketing. I love those guys. Fellas, I'm out of here. Don't steal anything.